Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Miss Crochet and Coffee here, and today we are doing a little bit of an Arteza show and tell. Yes! So today's show and tell, we're going to do a couple of Christmas crafts because as you guys know, 'tis the season. So we're going to do a little holiday craft idea for you. So we're going to give you a couple of different things, okay? Because they sent me out some artist canvases and some silver and gold HTV, which stands for heat transferred vinyl. And then I purchased their expert HTV bundle, which is the heat transfer vinyl for the experts version, which is just the metallic sheets. These are 12 by 20 sheets and then the glitter sheets here. So I was going to test all of these out and make something really cool for you. We're even going to use the paints that they sent me a while back. So we're going to do a little Arteza holiday video for you to show you how you can make some cool holiday designs or even Christmas gifts for your loved ones. So let's get started. First things first, I think I've already showed you guys this because I've already have this before. So this is like their 20 sheets of HTV. So we're going to show you the, get out of here, go over there. Alright, so we're going to show you what comes in this box here as soon as I can get it open. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. We're going to find something sharp to get into this. I'm also going to be using the Cricut to cut out some designs to put onto the canvases. We're going to have a whole lot of fun, so just sit back and get ready because here we go. So, look at that mirror. That's so cool. Okay, so I'm not going to take it out of here. Not unless I use one of the colors. But as you can see, they have fluorescent colors. They have blues. Let's get you down in the business a little bit. So you can see the mirror image there. We have fluorescent colors. And that looks like a purple and like a rose gold. So they have all different kinds of colors. I really, really love Arteza's glow in the dark. It glows better than any other glow in the dark HTV that I've purchased. And I really wish that they sold it separately because it is hard to find glow. It's not hard to find glow in the dark. It's hard to find good glow in the dark. And then we have some more reflective sheets over on this side. So this is how it comes rolled up and it's like taped with this thing here so that it fits nice and securely in the box. Just like that. Next thing we have are the glitter sheets. So we have 16 of their glitter sheets. I wanted to purchase the expert bundle just because I wanted some more of the HTV from Arteza. It is really good quality. I haven't had any problems when I use it. And they give you instructions. And they also give you that cool Teflon sheet. So let's see what colors we have in here. Ooh, okay. So we have black. So we have 2 things of black, 2 things of silver. So we got our 2 silvers there. We got 2 things of red. We have gold. We have green. We have 1 green, 1 purple, 1 blue, 1 copper. Ooh, I like that copper color. So if you can't see it, there's that nice glittery copper. And then we have kind of like a pink or a rose gold. A purple. A pink, like a dark pink or a hot pink. And then we have this beautiful teal color. And that's what comes in the glitter vinyl, which it tells you here. It gives you instructions on how to use it. It tells you to wait 24 hours before washing. Don't bleach or use fabric softener. Tear it inside out and wash on cold. Which if you get an item that is handmade with HTV or something like that, those are the instructions they give you. Like, those are the general instructions that they give you whenever you buy something, like whether it be like a tote bag or a shirt or a hat, what have you. Those are the general directions. They tell you here how hot to have your easy press on, and it gives you a list of the colors here. So we have space black, silver, true red, gold, vivid green, amethyst purple, dreamy blue, copper, rose gold, okay, that was rose gold, berry purple, hot pink, and sky blue. So those plus the 20 sheets are what comes in their expert bundle. And don't even worry about going to try to search their website for it. I will already have all this linked down in the description box below. As you guys already know, I am an Arteza affiliate, so any link that I use down in the description box, I will make a small commission if you choose to use it. So I thank you in advance if you do choose to do so. So that is our expert bundle. So let's see what they sent us. So they sent us this gigantic pack of 10 by 10 stretch canvases. Now, usually I work with 8 by 10, but we're going to rock out a 10 by 10 today, okay? So this would probably be the biggest project I've ever done on canvas, but I have a couple of different ways to show you guys how to do artist canvases, so I was excited to show them to you. So we're going to get one of them out of here. So they are just plain white canvases, as you can see. And don't even worry about the bumps and stuff at the top. You'll see why whenever we do our project. You won't even be worried about that. So they're just nice artist canvases. Okay. So that's our 10 by 10 artist canvases. And then we have our gold and silver phosphate free, lead free, heat transfer vinyl. Again, it gives you the instructions. We're just going to slice this open here. And I'm not going to show you the paint because you guys already know what comes in the paint. If you don't, I will link that up in the eye. I already did a video on the paint. I think I painted something with the paints. So we're just going to pull that out of there. So we're going to flip this over. So you have literally just silver and gold. I believe it's 7 sheets of each because it's 14 sheets. And it gives you the heat press instructions and all that fun stuff. Make sure when you're doing heat transfer vinyl, always make sure to mirror your image. If you don't know what I mean, when you're going on Design Space for Cricut or whatever they use for Silhouette or Cameo, you're gonna want to make sure that you mirror your image so that when you go to iron it on, it's facing the correct way. So that's everything that was sent to me and that I purchased because of course I had to have the expert bundle. I had to because that's just what I do. So, first things first, canvas. So, you guys have seen me do what I like to call reverse canvas. No, this is not something I made up. This is actually something that I've seen done in other groups, and I decided to give it a try. So, I'm going to show you how I do that. First thing we're going to do, artist canvas. And as you can see, it has these staples in them. Now, what you're going to need is a pretty good staple remover. I don't have one. What I do have is a knife. So I'm just going to take my knife, and you can either cut this off, or you can take the knife and try to get the staples out. First. Now, don't tell my husband I use this knife. So, I got all the staples out. We're going to throw all these staples away because we don't need them anymore. And I don't want to hurt myself. Please do be careful if you do use a knife to get the staples out because you could hurt yourself. Make sure you have adult supervision. So, we're going to take the canvas off of the boards. And this is what you have underneath there. Isn't that a pretty frame? So, you could also take the staples out of the sides here if you want. But I think I'm going to leave those in for right now. Or, hold up. No, I don't think they'll come apart. So let's take them out real quick. Alright, so now that we have all the staples removed, we're going to lift you up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. What essentially we're going to do is we're going to put something on the canvas itself, and then we're just going to put it back on the board. Okay, so let's get started here. First things first, we got to pick a design. So the 2 designs you see pop up on the screen are going to be the designs that we're going to use for today. But I want this board, I want the frame to match what I'm working on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it. So that's where our paint comes in. So we're going to actually take the paint and paint this frame. But I, of course, don't want to paint it on my table. So I'm going to get out my Arteza self-healing cutting mat. And we're going to cut or paint on there. So what colors are we going to use? We're going to use red and gold, of course. If you choose to do this project is paint to paint your board. Your little palette to put your paint in. brush and water, obviously. I also thought I grabbed napkins for my paintbrush. And essentially all you're going to do is paint the board. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually use our gold. We're going to let that dry. So I'm going to put my paintbrush away and put my paints over here. And we're going to just set this off somewhere to dry. If you choose to not paint your canvas and you just want to leave it as is, we're going to show you an alternative way to do this as well. So we're going to, these are all individually wrapped, which is nice. I'm going to try to not get paint on this since my hand has paint on it from painting. So if you're someone who doesn't want to fiddle with the staples, no problem. Get yourself an X-Acto knife or a box knife. And you're just going to cut along the seam. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it from the corner here. I'm just going to slowly slide it down. So all I'm doing now is I'm going to take it and I'm going to peel it off the board. So I'm just going to peel, peel, peel. And you're going to have those jagged pieces like that. Don't even worry about it. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do with those. So we're going to pull this off. As you can see, it comes right on off. Boop, just like that. And now you should have something that looks like this. And you're probably like, oh my god, that back looks ugly. Yeah, it does. So now we're going to pull off the canvas that's on the staples. And you can just lift these up and pull them off. And I've already done canvas wraps. So if you're looking to do a canvas wrap, I will link that video up in the eye. There we go. Some of the pieces might be harder to get off depending on how close the staple is to the board. And then for those, I just kind of shake them off. And these end pieces here, you won't need these. So these are just getting pulled off. Or you can cut it off. It's a matter of preference, I guess. Whatever's easiest for you. And then I'm going to take my handy dandy tweezers. I'm going to try to get that off of there. There we go. So, we got all that canvas off the back of it. And now, what we're going to do is we're going to put a little design on this one. So, get all that extra whatnots off there. And like I said, don't worry about how this back part looks. You're not even going to see it. So, we're going to put that off to the side. And then this is the piece that we're going to work with. And it's already kind of pre-measured for you because it shows you exactly where it was on the canvas itself because of the creases. Again, something else you do not have to worry about. So we're going to cut out our design. So then what you're going to do is you're going to get out your paper cutter or your vinyl cutter and cut down your 3 designs because we don't need all the excess vinyl. So what we're going to do is we're going to see where it is on here. And we're just going to measure and cut that design out. While I'm cutting, I'm going to turn on my Cricut Mini Easy Press. Now, this thing is like 49 bucks or something if you buy it at like the store, but I'm pretty sure you can go to Joann's and get one and use a coupon or something. And to cut the glitter iron on, it says you want the temperature to be at 300 to 320 degrees. So for the mini Easy Press, because it doesn't give you the temperature settings on it, the temperature settings for your Easy Press are going to be, for your low setting, it's going to be 255 Fahrenheit to 295. For your medium setting, which is the second one, it's going to use 300 to 355, and then your other side, your next size up is going to be like 400 to, you know, whatever. So we're only going to, we have to plug it up because I didn't realize it wasn't plugged up. All right, once you have it plugged up, click it twice for the 300 to 355. Set that off to the side. All right, so now we're going to cut out the little red ears and such. Again, don't throw away your scraps. You can use those for something else later. No matter how big or small they are, you might need to use them for eyes or something. So we have our scraps here. Boom. So we're going to get rid of our paper cutter for right now. And this is sitting nice and flat. Now, I want to sit this in the middle of my canvas so that when I go to wrap it, all you see is the unicorn, okay? So what I'm going to do is I have to weed it, which means I need my little weeding tool. Right. So now that you've done all the weeding, so we have our unicorn weeded out. We have all the excess vinyl taken off and everything. We're going to throw these off to the side here. And we're going to focus on this because we have to now pull this off of here and put it on the canvas. So you're going to need some transfer tape. And they have different levels of transfer tape. This is the kind I like to use. I get it whenever I buy permanent vinyl. It comes in my little thing with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel back the transfer tape. And this isn't strong. This is, I would say this is light grip. You can get strong grip, you can get medium grip, and you can get strong grip. I like the light grip for mine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this all the way back. I'm going to slowly put it on there. Because you don't want any bubbles or anything in it. And you're also going to burnish it just to make sure it gets adhered. No bubbles. If you have bubbles, you're going to, this is where you like squeegee the bubbles off. Now, if the bubbles aren't on your project, then you don't really need to worry about them. So we're just going to squeegee all the bubbles off. And this is called burnishing when you're getting the design onto the transfer tape. And then when I go to peel it back again, that whole paper should be on there, which is good because we want to burnish the back of it as well. Oh, we're going to throw that trash away. We're going to burnish all of this. And then you're slowly going to peel the tape away. You're not going to pull up. You're going to peel. So you're going to peel real nice and easy. I'm just putting my nail on there to keep the paper down. Real nice and easy. Voila. Now, your design is on your transfer tape. Now, if you need to take a break or something, you can leave it on here, close this up, boom. Your design is still there. But we're not taking a break. We're just going to go through this. So we're going to pull it back, and it will not stick to the paper on the back, so you don't have to worry about that. And so I'm going to take the whole piece of transfer tape off just so I can line this up. So I'm going to fold this in half so I can center it. And then I'm going to center it right where I want it, which is going to be about right here. And then I'm just going to lightly just let the ends fold down. I'm going to burnish it onto my canvas. So I'm burnishing it just to make sure it sticks down. And then I'm going to take and peel. And see, the eye here wants to come up, and you're just going to keep burnishing that just to make sure it adheres to it. And you might have some trouble getting it to adhere, so I would just advise trying to pull it up different ways. So I'm going to try to get it to kind of guide. take our finger and run it across real, like with a lot of pressure across these vinyl pieces, just to make sure that they are sticking to the vinyl. Again, if you have like a roller of some sort, you can use your roller. You can use your burnishing tool. I like using my finger because then I can feel if there's any bumps or lumps or anything in it. So it looks like it's all adhered down really good. So the next thing we're going to do, we're doing some layering today. So we're going to put this here and see how we like it. And looky there, fits like a charm, right? Right. If for some reason you can't seem to get it layered, you can always cut those pieces up and do it separately. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a piece of Teflon to cover over this, because I don't want to essentially put too much heat on the permanent vinyl, as I do want to put it on the glitter vinyl. So let me find my transfer tape. All right, and usually these Teflon sheets come in my Arteza vinyl. I didn't see them in there this time, but I had this one sitting next to me. So then what we're going to do is we're going to press on those spots. Peel or a hot peel, which means just when you can take it off. So we're going to fan this a little bit. Real nice and careful, take it off. You can see it's trying to take my permanent vinyl with it. This is why you want to do it nice and slow, because you don't want to rip anything. And the grip for the glitter vinyl is strong, so you gotta sometimes fight with it. Give me back my unicorn ear. There we go. Don't worry, it'll go back down. So we have the ear on. Next comes the little, kind of like mistletoe here. And we're going to put it right up against here. And it should go just like this. Now it should come across the ears here. Just like that. And again with our Teflon sheet on top. And we're just going to do one at a time. So we're just going to apply some pressure. Let it stay on there for about 15 seconds. These little quick simple projects are easy for like decorating your house or your children's room or your room. We're just going to go to the other side and press down on that one. And again, it's going to touch the permanent vinyl, and that's okay as long as it doesn't take it up with it whenever you go to pull it up. You should be fine. And even if you don't have the vinyl sheet or the Teflon sheet, you can still do it without it, just to make sure you get all those little pieces. You can also reinforce the ones you just put down, because this one did come up a little bit in the corner, so we're just going to put a little heat on it. We're going to heat this middle part here where it's connecting with the berries. And then we're going to go over here. We're just going to make sure we get all these little pieces, because there's all these little pieces to this little plant that's on the head. So after you make sure you get all your little pieces, you're going to replace your thing over here. And then we're going to fan it for a second. And then we're going to pull it off. Real nice and easy. Trying to avoid taking up my permanent vinyl. Ta-da! And then you have your little Christmas unicorn. So what do we do next? Next, we have to attach it. So it goes on like this. And so we're going to measure it. So we're going to move we're going to turn that off, because I don't need that again for right now. So we're going to put it on here like this. We're going to kind of measure where we want it. I don't want it too close to the ears or to the eyes. So about right there. And then what I like to use, you can use a staple gun. I do have a staple gun, but I find that this looks a little bit more professional, I guess, because I suck with a staple gun. So, get you readjusted here. So what I do is I measure it like this, where I pull the canvas parts up. I flip it over just like this. Boom. Lay it down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our thumbtacks, which these are just plain silver thumbtacks that I got from Walmart. And I'm just going to press it into the wood. Just like that. There's the back part of it, nice and tight, and this is what you get whenever you're done. Isn't it gorgeous? It's so gorgeous. I love it. I love the glitter. So this is what I call a reverse canvas, okay? So I'm going to zoom you out. I'm going to zoom you back in a little bit so that you can see the whole thing. And then for these staples, if you don't want to see these staples, take a knife or a staple remover. And I'm just going to lift up. Just going to push it in and lift up. And they come out real easily. Don't worry, your canvas isn't going anywhere. So we're just going to take it and push it underneath it. Twist it a little bit. Lift those staples right on out of there. We're going to put this in. This way you don't have to look at the unsightly staples and you just have your beautiful design. You can also add names or something to this if you want. So we're going to get rid of that. We got our 4 staples out and there you go. So there you have a reverse canvas. It takes a little bit of work, but I think the outcome is totally worth it. It's so freaking cute. All right, so now we're going to do our painted board. So let me go get the painted board. All right, and I was going to let that sit out there for a few more minutes while I pick out my colors. So I decided to go with my next design. It's going to be this one here that's going to pop up on the screen for you. And this time we're going to use some of this vinyl here, which is another heat transfer vinyl from Arteza. And we're going to get the red. So we're going to pull out that red. And these are 12 by 20 sheets, so they're pretty long. So we have our red heat transfer vinyl. We're going to unroll this so I can put this back in here and roll it back up together. That mirror vinyl is really pretty. So we're going to roll. And then we're going to put this back in the box so it's not all over the place. So we have red for the Santa hat. We're going to do silver for his, the brim of the hat and the ball of the hat. And then we're going to do black for the words. So we're going to use all 3 of these so this can get put away. So I'm going to cut these and go get my board to check to see if it's dry. And then when I come back, we'll put that one on as well. All right. So just for the sake of time, I went ahead and cut out everything. I got my canvas. So let's see. We want it to go about right here in the middle. And then we would add on all the other parts as we go. So first part we're going to add on is the Santa part. Now you could use your big Easy Press for this, which it might be easier to use your bigger Easy Press, but I'm going to use the little one just for the sake of space and time and all that fun stuff. So, going to flatten out my canvas, make sure that's where I want it, make sure it's perfectly centered. You're going to fold it in half, put it where you want. So fold it in half, put it right in the center there. Boom. And then you can adjust it however you need to. My Easy Press is already preheated, so we're just going to go ahead and go over these words. It's about 15 to 20 seconds on the word. Judging. All right, so just like with our other canvas, we're gonna measure it here, and this is the painted canvas we did, so it's nice and painted gold. Look how awesome that looks. Oh, I love it. All right, so we're gonna move it over just a little bit, and you can easily do it like this, trim those sides off and be done with it, but I'm going to do like I did the first time. I'm gonna staple it, so we're gonna just do it like this, or not staple it. I'm going to use the push pin. How this turned out. So we cut all that excess off. Whoa, look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? I love how it turned out. So we have that glitter black, that glitter silver, and then that red that's not glitter, which just makes it pop even that much more, just giving it a little something something. And then of course we have our painted gold frame. And then of course, to recap the other one that we did this one here as well without the painting. You guys, that looks amazing. I love them. Now, bonus treat. We're going to do one more canvas without cutting it off the frame or anything like that. We're just going to do a wrapped canvas just in case somebody might have missed that one. So we're going to go ahead and grab another canvas. All right, and we're back. So you probably noticed that some things have changed. Don't worry about it. Anyways, so the last project I'm going to show you that you can make with these awesome artist canvases is we're going to use the Arteza Silver and Gold pack. And this is heat transfer vinyl. So when you're using it, you're going to want to make sure you mirror your image on your Cricut design space or whatever, you know, place you decide to do your things at. You also want to make sure you're not using the shiny side. You want to make sure you're using the matte side. And if you have a hard time differentiating the two like I do, what I like to do is I like to take a pair of tweezers or something and pick at it. If you can pick a little hole at the top of it, that's the right side. If you can't and it feels like plastic, that's the side that you want facing down on the mat. You want it to cut that side that you can poke a little hole into. So we're going to make a little design in Design Space and cut it out. And then we're going to glue it on to our artist canvas for a nice little home decor project. So let's go ahead and cut. All right, so you can't see it, obviously, but there is an image cut into both those pieces of vinyl. I have my canvas where I took the plastic off. I also added something to the back. This is another little tiny canvas that I have. I added that to the back so that when I add pressure, when I'm heating it, it heats the entire design and not just like the area around the wood. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut these out. We're now going to weed the project. So when I weed the project, and I'm going to get out my cutting board because it's stiffer than this. So got a little cutting board here, or self-healing mat. And then when you weed it, all you're doing is taking all that excess vinyl off that you don't need, so your design shows. So we're just going to together. We're going to turn this around, and that's just say Joy World. And then we have the 2. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we're going to toss this off to the side here. And then we're going to get our canvas back out. Here we go. And then the first thing we're going to do, we're going to lay the bigger one down first, because then that will help us measure where the next one needs to go. And I actually have my big Cricut press out for this one. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to put that on there like this. And then I'm going to put on my Teflon sheet, because I don't want to burn the canvas. And then we're just going to give this a few minutes to iron itself. Here we have it. Joy to the World. Nice and pretty. Love the silver and gold. That would make great house decor, and you can even take like some washi tape and decorate the corners of it if you want. You can paint the canvas beforehand and iron it on. This was just something quick and easy that I wanted to show you guys how I do things. So there you have it. Joy to the World. Just regular canvas, just regular iron on. Then we have the reverse canvas with the adorable little unicorn, holiday edition unicorn with the glittery ears and the glossy ears and horn and eyelashes. And then of course we have our painted reverse canvas, which is Santa, Why You Be Judging. I absolutely love these artist canvases from Arteza. They have multiple functions. So if you yourself would like to give any of these projects a try, please feel free to do so. Also, let me know how you do. Was this tutorial helpful for you or not? I would like to thank the folks over at Arteza for sending over these things for me to show you guys. I absolutely love them. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns about anything you've seen in this video, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer the questions that you might have. But with that said, I must now bid you adieu. But not before reminding you that if you're new to the channel and would like to see more random crazy videos just like this, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified anytime I randomly decide to put up a video. And believe me, it's random. But with that, I must now bid you adieu. But not before reminding you, wash your hands, don't touch your face, keep your 6 feet, and always try to be kind, be courteous, be cool. Bye, guys.
It was the night before Christmas. I was closing down for business in my little prison shop. When the bell on the door jingled once more, and then time almost came to a stop. But somehow I knew, and maybe so did you, that